everyone, I'm Lauren Manuel McShane, and it's time for some coffee with Academy class. Today I'm going to be chatting to Iman, who is an Adobe certified instructor and an Autodesk certified professional. Hi Iman, how are you?
Hi, Lauren. How are you? Thank you
Oh,
for this interview. Thank you.
oh, it's an absolute pleasure. I'm so glad you could make time for us in between your busy schedule and traveling.
Yeah, yeah, true.
Lovely to have you. So before we
Thank you.
begin, Iman, what are you drinking at the moment? I see you also have your mug. What are you drinking?
Coffee. Yeah,
Coffee.
coffee.
Nice.
Yeah,
Same here. Definitely a
yeah. Okay.
coffee drinker. And where in the world are you at the moment, by the way?
I'm in Dubai.
Okay. Okay. So it's at the end of your day, at the end of your week, and so it's coffee time after
Yeah.
work. Yeah.
Also as trainers, we are studying all the time. We are working all the time. So there
Yeah.
is coffee all the time.
Oh,
Yeah.
totally. Yeah,
You know that?
this is the same for me. I'm always at my laptop,
Yeah.
and yeah, coffee fuels us. It
Yeah.
gets us through. So, will you tell me a little bit about what you do at Academy Class, and just a little bit about when and how you started with them?
Okay. Can I tell you first how I started as a trainer?
Yes,
First?
please do.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm an architect, okay?
Okay.
And I was responsible for training new candidates
Mhm.
to learn more about the applications in the office I was working for.
Mhm.
And then I found myself passionate about training. So I started in 2003. And
Okay.
from there, I left everything, I stopped everything and only thinking about training all the time.
Okay.
Then I shifted, my career from only engineering,
Mhm.
applications to engineering and graphic design. So this is why I'm certified in both Adobe and in Autodesk.
Yeah.
So I moved to Dubai in 2015, and in 2017, I had a message from Mark Young from Academy Class. He was searching for Autodesk Inventor Instructor, and
Mhm.
I was already Inventor Instructor. So I contacted him. We had a meeting online, and after that, I started with Academy Class. So I'm with them since 2017, and I'm lucky to be with them. I'm happy.
That's incredible. And you are a woman of many talents. That's incredible. From architecture to
Somehow, yeah.
engineering. Sure, that's amazing. And on that note, Iman, how many females do you find enrolling in courses and industries related to architecture and engineering? Because obviously, a while back it was a fairly male dominated space, or very popular, I should say, amongst male students to study that. But do you find that you have more and more female students in those?
It's according to the country.
Okay.
So from country to country, it's different.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, I told you, I'm traveling a lot. So
Yes.
yeah, in each country and in each field, you cannot say that, women, I met a lot of women or less. So it's according to the country. So let's say in UK, all the courses I give in the field of engineering or even graphic, we can say that most of them was men,
Okay.
not ladies. I don't know why. Yeah. In Emirates, in most of the courses, if it's for engineering or graphic, most of them are ladies.
Oh, wow.
Okay. And yeah, most of them are ladies. In Saudi Arabia, you have to, I don't know if you know that or not, you cannot have a mixed group. So no mixed groups.
Yes.
So you have group for ladies or group for men.
Mhm.
So it's according to the country. Yeah.
Okay, which makes it very interesting for you. So every
Yeah.
is different, which is nice. Very,
Yeah,
very
yeah, 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 yeah.
sure.
It's interesting career, by the way, being a trainer, traveling to everywhere, meeting different people, different culture, different background. So this is amazing.
Yeah. And for you, what I'm not sure if you are able to choose a favorite, but what do you love teaching most? If you had to choose one and say, I can't do any of the others anymore, what is your first love, or your biggest love, I should say?
No, when we say they are all my children, you know
Yes.
this?
Yes, yes, yes.
It's something like that. So I love them all. It's not about the application.
Mhm.
I love delivering the knowledge, and I'm very happy with the feedback. So if you deliver the course and you feel that, the participants are very happy, this is the beautiful moment. So whatever the application, I love all of them. Yeah.
And that's amazing. I think in any work that we do, to get good feedback, it's just such a wonderful recognition that we on the right track and we feel fulfilled and we feel rewarded. And that's
sure.
It's great to hear.
It's like you are an actor on the stage and you have the feedback at the moment. So yeah.
That's amazing. And I can see that you love what you do, which is,
very much.
It's not very common, actually. I think many people just find themselves doing something and they're like, I'm doing it, but I don't love it. But I can see that you, you really.
This is not my job. This is my passion.
Yeah. Which is.
It's not my job. So I don't care about the money. I care about the job itself. Yeah.
Amazing. And so for you, what do you feel as a trainer? What do you feel sets Academy class apart from perhaps other places who offer similar training, just in your experience?
According to my experience with Academy class, especially that, I worked with many training centers everywhere. Academy class team is a team who is competing himself. So, they are competing themselves.
Yeah,
they are not searching for what is the let's say the best training center in the country and we try to do the same. No, all the time they try to find new ideas to be satisfied with what they are doing. They are also caring very much about the clients, caring very much about the quality of the course. Even with my work with the Academy class team, all the time they will ask me, okay, what is next? Would you like to add something to the material to make it better? Yeah. So with a team like that, sure, any course will be perfect.
Yeah, and that's exciting because then it keeps things interesting and there's always more that you could do. It seems like you'd never be stuck, just kind of.
Yeah. And they are a family also, they are really a family. You feel that they are a family, and this is beautiful.
And so now, outside of work and outside of what you do, I know you said it's a passion of yours, but when you are not working, what can we find you doing?
Studying.
Okay.
To be honest with you, I'm not happy to go, to any, let's say, country just to relax. No.
Mm-hmm.
I'm more happy to study, get more, knowledge about the fields I'm working on, getting more certificates. By the way, sometimes you study something that will change your perspective. Yeah. So one of the courses that I studied and I really like is design thinking.
Okay.
I have certificate from Queensland University about design thinking. So the design thinking and innovation, creativity. This is a course, that changed my life. Everything.
Amazing. Sure. So no relaxing for you, Iman? Is there no downtime?
I'm trying. So maybe after this interview, I will go for a walk and come back to study. Yeah.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah.
And then if you could be doing anything else in the world, so if somebody said, okay, well, this is, you can't do this. And I mean, that would be sad. You love what you do. But if you could be doing anything else as your career, what would you do?
I will return back to be an architect. Because also I'm caring about well-being, and I feel that architecture is the main reason to feel happy and satisfied with the place you are living in or working in. I have master degree of architecture, and it's mainly talking about human to place attachment and how it affects the well-being. So the well-being is important, and if the architect working on the design from this perspective, everything will be different. So if I'm not a trainer, I will return back to be an architect.
Wow. And that's the first time I've actually ever heard anybody explain that architecture in that way, because you think, okay, an architect is just going to design the structure, what the building looks like, but I love that description of the human, and the attachment. That's amazing, because it really is like the space you live in determines so much, from your mental space to your productivity to your daily, sure, everything. That's amazing. I like that.
You know, let me say something. You know, this is the reality of architecture.
Yeah.
I'm not an architect, okay? I'm a person who design places where people feel good. This is the architect.
Yeah, that's amazing. I really like that. Sure. And lastly, Iman, if you could spend an entire week anywhere in the world, would you go to a tropical island, an historical city, or would you go somewhere where you could be out in the wild on an adventure with, you know, seeing wild exotic animals on a safari?
None of these, you know. The problem is, yeah, I like I like nature, but I like to be pampered. So I'm happy to be inside a hotel in a very good place,
Okay.
where I can find, yeah, all the facilities and everything. This is why I love Dubai very much. So, you know, here in Dubai, you can find many hotels. You can
Yes.
find very good atmosphere. The technology here is wow. So yeah, if you give me hotel in a good place, I'll be very happy anywhere. I'll be very
Okay.
happy.
Okay. Very, very
And please,
cool.
yeah, if there is also something in UK in the winter, also be very happy because I love UK in the winter.
Oh, nice. But thanks so much for joining us for coffee today, Iman. It's been so wonderful connecting with you. And I love your passion for what you do. And you just have all these, all these skills and talents. I don't know where you find the time, and you look so young to have studied so much. But yeah.
Not very young, by the way. It looks like young, but I'm not very young, but I will not tell you about my age. So
I don't know. You just keep that secret to yourself, and why and how you look so young. That's okay. We won't ask you that question.
Thank you.
But yeah,
thank you, Lauren. Thank you.
So to find out more about some of the courses that Iman teaches, you can visit academyclass.com. You can also keep a lookout for our next coffee break at Academy Class. So from all of us, goodbye.
Thank you. Goodbye. See you.